Hi there guys, my name's Cookie Grumbles, and welcome to Arisen. Why do I keep calling it Arisen? That's not how words work. Okay. This is pretty much different relationships depend on your decisions. This gives me major the Arcana vibes, if anybody's ever played that. If you know what I'm talking about and you love that game, we can be friends. But let's start off. Also, make sure you guys turn off the nudity for this, and make sure it's just English. Here's all the volumes as well. Just make sure you check this before playing the game, just for your own safety. There is the content warning, but I'm just lending it extra hand. Anyways, let's continue with the video. You gradually regain consciousness. How long have you been out? You have no idea. Your mind is a blur, thinking hurts. All you feel is pain. Even breathing is difficult. Sharp arrows of pain shoot through your limbs like bolts of lightning. The world around you pitches and heaves. The air stinks. It reeks of sweat, dirt, feces, pus, and blood. The acrid stench of vomit makes you gag. Yeah, me too. You detect the familiar scent of the sea and the sharp tang of metal. Your throat burns, your body is heavy, you are weak, your head is spinning. You could be floating. You do not remember the last time you ate or drank. Your wrists, ankles, and neck are attached by something smooth, hard, and heavy. It clings to your skin, must be the sweat and dried blood. As you try to shift your aching body, you hear the chinks of chains, and a wave of panic rises in your gut. You are imprisoned. You become aware of sounds, a multitude of voices. The long, melodious crack of wood seems to echo the roaring waves. You must be in a ship, which would explain why you are pitching and lurching. That was the right word. Okay. You feel no breeze upon your skin. You must be in the hold. There are people all around you, whispering, moaning, crying, puking. Oh no, not the puking. Oh, some speak Elvish. Others use your mother tongue. You fight with consciousness. Put 'em up! Sorry. Seriousness. You want to listen to them, to understand what happened to you. At last, your eyes wrench apart, light hurts, even though the place is dark, too dark. Look how pretty. You are lying against the side of the ship, a huge vessel. There are so many of you, a vast throng. As people stir, their chains seem to sing. There are so many prisoners piled together like merchandise. Soldiers in full armor do their rounds. You recognize them. They are Massiles from the island of Massilat. I knew that word. You're here at last. I was afraid you never wake. Oh, pretty man. Oh, okay, read. Okay. As you try to sit up properly, you glance at your neighbor, a tall, muscular black elf with a shaved head. Oh, yes, very muscular. He is watching you with a soft, sad expression. Look at that face. How can you not love this face? Oh my goodness. How are you feeling? I can do this. Okay. We've got submission and sadness. Let's see. Submission, you are trembling. Okay. You cannot hold back the tears. I think we'll go with this one. You are trying to speak, but the tears flow all by themselves. You are incapable of articulate speech. The stranger shows no surprise. His eyes soften as he leans toward you. He does not want to harm you. I hope so. You're not hope not. Oh. Just gonna click. He winces in pain. His wounds are hurting too. Oh my god. My name is Tarek Sharpsong. And you? What's your name? Sharpsong. He's so pretty. Submission. You remain quiet. Sadness. You try to speak. We're gonna try to speak. You fight back the tears. Yes. You feel wretched frustration. Tarek leans back. He realizes you need time to recover. His keen eyes examine you. Ooh. Do you remember what happened? He figures it's a no. Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on. Do you want me to tell you? Please. Yes. As you don't say a word, in a hushed voice, he carries on. Okay. The Maciels have been plundering villages all along the southeast coast of Var'Nagal. We're just a part of the spoils they have stolen. They killed anyone who didn't interest them. Your clan, my tribe, they're either dead or locked up in one of these ships. He speaks calmly, but his face betrays his suffering. We weren't prepared, nobody was. I knew something was wrong, but no one believed me. Well, let's see. Submission. You listen. Sadness. You head nods. We're gonna go with sadness again. You nod, trembling all the while, feeling his sadness. New card unlocked. Ooh, pretty. Compassion. The Maciels, gotta put on my voice, chose to isolate themselves from the world for a year, I think. Maybe more. Then something happened. They were always a belligerent people, but never like this. I do not understand. A sad smile spreads across his face. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's even cuter. The only thing I know for sure is what they plan to do with us. If we are useful, we have been kept alive. Anybody entertaining is destined for the arena. Arena, you say? Ooh. Submission. You remain prostrate, suffering your fate in silence. This is such a sad card. Or solemn card. This is the sad card. As the atrocity of your fate sinks in, you break down. We're not gonna do that. What's this one? The situation must be very hard for him to... Yes. Okay, so this one's like utter depression. This one is just a crybaby energy. This one, we're gonna go with this one. You thank him for sharing this information and tell him that the situation must be very hard for him too. I'm sure it is, because we're both locked up. You know, that's how... Yep. Tarek gently places the palm of his hand against his chest. He smiles. Thank you for this kindness. Silence returns. Your head slumps against the belly of the ship. Somebody yells out. You hear blows and chains clinking, sounds you already loathe. You know, however, these sounds will become only too familiar. The days roll in and out. In and out, you know? Water is rare, warm, brackish. Some people get so thirsty they drink their own. The sick, the rebels, the rowdy, the seriously injured, they all die one after the other. The Maciels throw their bodies overboard like trash. Rats are infrequent, but when they come sniffing at your feet, you feel a shameful but irrepressible desire to pounce on them and devour their flesh. Ew. You are now eager to touch dry land. It surely cannot be worse than here. You repeat this over and over like a mantra. It offers you hope, fragile yet no doubt foolish hope. Oh my god. Eyes watering. Oh. I'm so sad. I'm so sad about this situation. We're all gonna die. Your soul neighbor, Tarek, is a lifesaver for you. You speak as often as possible when the soldiers are busy elsewhere. You don't You don't always speak to each other. Sometimes you communicate with body language, simple gestures of support, or discreet mime games. We playing charades? He knows your name and scant details about you. Nights feel brighter and days less of torment. You learn he was the chief of the last tribe of Black Elves in Var'Nagal. He has been chained up far from his rare surviving fellows. The Maciels seem to have a death wish for his species. Tarek appears to have accepted the horror better than the others, survivors. Suicide attempts are commonplace around you. 13 days, or perhaps 12, 14? Concentration is so hard, the heat is unbearable. Lacking water, sleep, and food, you cannot think straight. Even your dreams are erratic and incoherent. The sound of seagulls screaming has been growing since yesterday. The prisoners have stirred back into life. They all know what the sound means. Dry land cannot be far away. The ship begins its slow morning maneuver, accompanied by the angry slapping of the waves against the hull. You sit up straight, perking your ears. Can I perk my ears? I'm human. Prisoners rattle their chains. Guards roll back in their native tongue. Roar back. Ah. You know, like lions. Roar. Some strike the ground with their spear. At first you hear nothing, and this only frustrates you more. Tarek is perfectly awake. Asana? He is staring at you. Then he signals for you to keep calm. The soldiers are eager to disembark and finish their mission. Their impatience will only make them strike you harder. One after another, with the swift nonchalance of habit, the soldiers unchain you and escort you onto the deck. The daylight burns your eyes. You haven't seen daylight for ages. Everything is flooded in violent, blinding light, making faces pallid and sails shimmer. Unsteady on your legs, you are jostled from behind. You stumble once more. The seagull's scream pierces your ears. The deck groans beneath your feet. An official stops every prisoner to draw up an inventory of the prisoners. When he needs further details, he sometimes exchanges a few words in the captive's tongue. I cannot speak. Maybe he is looking for shapeshifters. There's shapeshifters in this game? Oh my gosh. Yes. Are they worthless to them? Or perhaps more valuable? I would say more valuable. Honestly, you have no idea. Well, I mean, if he's looking for shapeshifters, maybe they're valuable. Just wondering. Just like a suggestion, maybe they're valuable if he's looking for them. Otherwise, I don't think he would care. He seems to be calculating something, evaluating your sell-on price, probably. It's your turn. He looks you up and down. Female? Human? Or female? Human? I can't speak. Oh, submission. Depression. You nod. You nod and lower your eyes. Utter depression. Solemnness. Solemnity? The official notes something down. He has lost interest in you. Well, I'm not... Humans are cool, okay? The soldiers understand he is finished. They kick you behind the knees. Ow! That's rude. You fall against the rail. Your mouth fills with blood. Oh gosh, ow. Complaining loudly, they help you up, if only to keep things moving. You are on the dock with the other slaves. Cool. The docks are packed with soldiers, weapons, luggage, and the spoils of war. My mouse is laggy. A host of ships spills forth in copious bounty. You know where you are. Forgive me. Gafan ar ish. Irshi. Gafan ar Irshi. That's how you say it. The military nerve center in Masalat. Its high fortifications, the color of sand loom over you. Its narrow streets overwhelm you. Somebody ties all of you together. There are soldiers everywhere. Another typo. It's okay. Nobody's perfect. There is not a breath of air. The heat is already unbearable, but you trudge on. You do not have the choice. Tarek talked about the arena. Is that where you are going? The dry, salty air scratches your lungs. You can see it in the air. You can see the salt. It looks like glitter. The Massiels proudly greet their fellows when they meet. You hear congratulations, cheering, and applause. A historic day for the nation, they seem to be saying. It's historic, all right, because I'm here. Ha! There is something wrong. Did you people lie to you all these years? Since when were Massiels? When have Massiels become monsters? I don't know. What did you do to them? Why do they look down at you as if you were dirt? Why? Oh boy. Gafen Irish is surrounded by 2 rows of high walls. Between these walls are deep trenches like empty moats. It is enclosed overhead by a thick metal structure. This opening is used as a jail for future slaves. One by one, you are dropped into the gauge down below, like coins into a well. The ground is made of bare stone. Through the hatchway, they toss you down flatbread and a flask of water. You pounce on it greedily. Food! Nom 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 nom. The story is superbly sculpted and the bars finely carved. As cages go, it is magnificent. A fat lot of good this does you, though. Look how pretty. It's pretty. On your right is Tarek. Soldiers point him to their colleagues with contempt. I mean, how could they not? On your left is another black elf. He too is tall and muscular, but he is not as impressive to the stature as his chief. Oh, it's another pretty boy. Oh my goodness. He gazes at the sky as it turns a foreboding shade of pink. His face is a sculpture of sadness and desperation. Since you are watching him, he lowers his head and stares at you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean... Yes. I didn't mean to be staring. Please, look at those eyes. Like, please don't hurt me, but at the same time, like, oh my gosh, this boy. His tone is abrupt. Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stare. You're just really pretty. Oh, okay, we got a new card. They didn't really put up Rebellion. Oh, his tone offends you. I mean, not really. Sadness. You are filled with sorrow. So many people have died. Okay. You can see his eyes through the darkness. Oh my gosh. We're not gonna be a crybaby. We're not gonna be a jerk. We're gonna compassion. You reach out your hand to touch the bars. Yes. I like the compassion card. It means we're not mean. You reach out to touch the metal bars and whisper to him how he seems so sad. You ask him if he wants to talk about it. You know. You just look so sad. I'm just wondering why. It's not like you know you're covered in blood and you're injured and you're now a slave. You know. It's not that. It wouldn't be that. Right? Or am I just dumb and wrong? And that is exactly why. The stranger trembles almost imperceptibly. That's a fun word. He shifts one leg back, his dancer's body faintly lit by the dimming light. He's got a dancer's body. Let's be honest here. Oh, okay. Continue. He appears at you for what seems an eternity without saying a word, then laughs in delusion. I'm sorry. I can't quite believe it. There is kindness to be found in this hellhole. I mean... yeah. It's me, Phil. He's very kind. It's very sweet. He steps up to the bars. You can see his fresh scars. He too has suffered. Wow, really? I had no idea. It's not like he's got a giant collar around his neck and blood everywhere. No, I can't wait to die. And you? Not really. Get back to my family. Get back to the family. Yeah, I do want to get... Yep. I want my family back. Forget everything I've seen. Probably everything they've done. Yeah. I don't want to die, though. I want to live. Be a survivor. Oh my gosh. Okay. Rebellion. Keep fighting. No. Compassion. You tell him there is still hope. And then we've got another one. Rejection. Ooh, he's so pretty. You lose interest in him and move away. No, he seems nice. He's cute. We're gonna keep talking to him. You tell him there is still hope. Sorry. Wiping my eyes. You move closer, whispering that you understand his pain. You tell him there is still hope. Suddenly, he rushes towards the railing. No, please don't. Look at his face, making you recoil in haste. It made me recoil IRL. He clenches the bars in his hands. Please don't hurt me. I want my face intact for whatever is to come. And for what other boys I will meet. His trembling, sticky hands are bleeding. His whole body is shaking, consumed by the pain and rage. For a few seconds you stare at each other, motionless. Then the elf releases the bars with a deep sigh. Yeah, he doesn't really want to hurt me, you know? Thank you for what you said, what you were trying to do. Uh-huh. That's all I want to do. All I want to do is help. Please don't hurt me. He wipes his face and turns his back on you. We must look out for each other tomorrow. We'll try to survive together, and if we don't, we shall not fall alone. That is the sweetest thing I've ever heard. From such a pretty man like you. Look at that jawbone. Look at the cheekbones. Oh my gosh. The young black elf senses your gaze upon him. His back is trembling. What did he live through that still torments him so? He sighs again and looks behind him. There's distress, shame, and despair in his hazel eyes. I can't really see the hazel, but that's just to imagine him with hazel eyes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can kind of see it. However, while he keeps staring at you bashfully, you feel something changing. His features contracting then relaxing. Then relax. Before contracting again. He's having an internal battle. It's like he's trying to tell you so much that you cannot hear. The silence is crystal. Yes, I too can hear the silence. I too understand it. How much time has passed? Night has fallen so quickly. You rub your burning eyelids, and when you look up, the elf is sitting in the corner, wrapped in a kind of silent prayer. This is a perfect time to pray. I'll say that. You drop with fatigue, but your heart feels less heavy. You are not alone. Have you made a new friend? I hope so. I hope so. I mean, come on. Come on. As you fall asleep, you can just make out elvish whispering around you. The black elves are communing together. Surely a tribute to the dead. They do not disturb you for long. You are far too tired. Throughout the night, however, you are woken up by hysterical sobbing, screams of pain, and the clanging of blacksmith's hammer, and the drunken songs of soldiers. When you wake up at dawn, you cannot get back to sleep. You feel heavy-headed, tense, weakened, and irritable. A chaotic fog of negative emotion. I don't know what that word means. Chaotic fog of... I don't know. Today your fate will be decided. Cool. I love that. Oh my eye! Holy crap! It will not stop watering. Okay. It's just so sad, you know? It's just so sad. We're all gonna die in this prison. We're all gonna die. Anyways, your neighbors are whispering in Elvish. Tarek seems to be encouraging and reassuring his fellow. "Oh, they're friends? Yeah. The sky is purple. Pink and gold, the wind shrieks in your ears. When you come to, the black elf seems less attentive as he was in the exchange with his superior. He struggles to conceal that he is not really listening anymore. He eventually brings the discussion to a close, telling Tarak that he was rude last night and he only just realized. Well, it's good that you realized that. I mean, it wasn't that rude, but like at the same time, I just thought you were gonna hit me. I'm like, please don't. He prefers his name Coda. That is such a beautiful name. Oh my gosh, I love that name so much. Or Battle Drum. Oh, ask for yours. Tarek is not offended. Good. I do not want him to be offended. The grate opens above you. Or above you opens. Same thing. They let down a ladder. Their bows are pointed right at you. Oh, please don't shoot me. I'd like to keep my limbs obedient, submissive, and weary. You climb rung after rung. 2 of them tug you up by your arms to hasten your exit. The wind lashes your bare legs, your tattered clothing stinks, your hair is a sticky clump, the sand stings your nose. Mine too. Soon the soldiers have forced you out. They put you in a line to chain you up. The march to the arena begins in eerie silence. In the spite of the hour, a crowd has gathered. People have risen early from their beds to enjoy the show. Why would you do that? Why would you wake up early? Why? Ew. The morning air is cool for now. It seems like the trail is never ending. But then the arena hones into view, a magnificent mass of cream-hued stone decorated with colorful mosaics. You had already heard about the arena. You thought at the time that here they held... Oh my gosh, this sentence. You thought at the time that here they held honor duels, practice fights, or exhibition events. Maybe it was the case back then. Today the atmosphere is very different. Armed guards are waiting for you. They are all wearing golden collars and move with mechanical gestures. They shove you, each of you. Oh, there's more than one. I thought I was just alone. Like, no, just you. Because you're special. You're the main character. Haha. You're gonna die today. They shove you, each of you, into a vaulted corridor locked by a heavy metal gate. The air reeks of sweat, leather, metal, and fear. That fear, though. When the gate, when the gates open, you shall advance. They speak your language with a slight accent, whether they like it or not. Cool. The man behind you raises a pitchfork. We got pitchforks in there. In the neighboring corridor, you hear another human whispering a prayer. A gong chimes, the crowd roars, a drum beats 3 times. The gate opens. Woo! It pours blinding light. The pitchfork stabs at your leg. Ow! Bruh! You lurch forward, trembling. Why did you stab me? I was walking here. I'm walking here. Some must have refused to move. Soon you hear the first sounds of metal piercing flesh, the first screams. Oh, we gonna die. This game just started. We gonna die. Here you are. Oh, it's Tarek. Coda by his side. Yes. Oh my gosh, my beautiful boys. Are you ready? They both picked up weapons from the sandy ground. The filthy blades are rudimentary weapons, but holding them seems to have given the 2 elves hope again. Oh, good. Attack. I'm attack. You are ready to fight. Submission! You are terrified. Oh no! What do I do? Wait. Please protect me, yes, but... Attack! We're cool. We can fight. You're ready to fight. Yeah! The Colossus smiles at you. Come what may, he will accept his destiny. Coda, meanwhile, seeks out something on the ground. He's looking. What's underground? Continue. Oh my gosh, that is good to hear. Soon, Master Lat will find out what stuff the humans and elves from the southeast are made of. Yeah! We're so cool! Claire comes back with a weapon and hands it to you without a word. He seems tense, almost angry, as though he is burning inside. Please, are you angry at me? I hope not. Or are you just, helping me, And the gong chimes once more. The crowd yells, snarls, and pounds its feet like a monstrous beat. The sun blinds you. I can't read this. The heat hits you like a fist. In your hand is a weapon. You have no idea how you came by it. Everything is moving so fast. Attack. You fight on the front line. Sadness. You fight in supporting role. Submission. You avoid fighting. No, I want to fight. You fight on the front line. Sadness. You fight a supporting role. I'm not the best fighter. I will slowly learn how to fight, You fight in a supporting role. You and Koda watch each other's backs. Look at that face! He's so angry! The spectators are a fever pitch. They throw fishnets, bags of the food into the arena. Attack. You fight. You team up. You submission. Despite your hunger. No. Again, this is just pure depression. Attack. Sadness. You team up. You team up with other slaves so you can share a smaller part of the spoils with them. You have been wounded in the hip by the powerful swipe of a claw. Your fellow fighters in the arena managed to beat back the... There are lions? It did not say that there were lions! It just said that we were fighting! Did I read that there were lions? I don't remember that. You charge. Sadness. You look for a readily defensive position. You flee as fast as your wounds allow you. Attack. You look for a ready... No, we're charging. I'm not doing this anymore. You charge at the beast to inflict pain in return. The drums start pounding again, this time with a different, livelier beat, then slower and slower. The gates open once again. A multitude of slaves with gleaming necks spill out. They drive away the last of the beasts, pick up the weapons from the ground, and start piling the corpses on a cart. The crowd cheers haughtily, satisfied with the show. You stumble towards the exit like a motherless lamb. Are you heading to the slaughterhouse or to be locked in the pen? Soldiers surround Tarak. He lowers his weapons and drops them to the ground. The surviving black elves protest, becoming agitated, trying to move toward him. The chief gestures to them calmly. Or to calm them, same thing. No use. Some lose their temper and the soldiers brutally punish them. Only then does the warrior stir. He straightens and resignedly stares the soldier in the eye. They take you out of the arena, back into the street. Outside, you cross paths with warriors, blacksmiths, combat instructors, and magistrates. The clang of blades occasionally cuts through the yelling of the training recruits. Here you are in the army's dominion. It must be around noon. The sky is a brazen blue. Brazen blue. Yep. You relish the fresh, soothing air in the narrow streets. Every inch of your body hurts as you limp forward. Pain gnaws at your shoulder. The soldiers escort you to the section of the marketplace dedicated to the slave trading where there are raised platforms with alternating rows of cages. Yep. The place is cramped. The barking of the merchants in tolling their products fills the air. There are many in conversation with soldiers. Purses exchange hands, and your group is quickly split up, funneled away like bushes of grain. You climb up a set of varnished wood steps before being attached to a gleaming chain by a half-elf. By a lucky coincidence, you end up next to Koda. You notice the splatters of brain in his hair, and his arm is hanging awkwardly. Oh no, did he hurt his arm? I mean, besides that, that's been there for a while. A high elf standing in front of you is carefully examining his new acquisitions. One of the soldiers are gone. He comes to talk with each of you. While the merchant is busying himself with the others, Koda opens his mouth for the first time since he left the jail. I have been watching you, at least when I could. You are out of your depth on the battlefield, but you are a trustworthy ally. You are out of your depth on the battlefield? What does that mean? Does it mean I'm a loser? That I can't fight well? You're careful. You play safe. People like me need you. People like you. Oh, okay. To keep us in line, you see. Yeah, I'm pretty cool like that. He pauses, wincing in pain. I can't believe we survived. He laughs nervously. I wanted to die a free elf. Now I will live as a slave. Doesn't that make you mad? You agree with him. Silence. You are tired, hungry, and in pain. Now this is just a wimp's choice. Compassion. You reach out your hand for him to hold. Oh, we're gonna hold hands! You proffer a weak smile and silently reach out your hand for him to hold. The black elf takes your hand and is... With all the gentleness his wounds allow, his hand is hot and clammy, its skin rasping. The soft expression in his eyes makes you forget the hurt within you as he stares at you, his features tense in pain. A sharp thwack suddenly startles you both. One of the merchant's free servants have struck his staff on the ground. He gestures to you to split up immediately. The black elf moves away, muttering between his teeth. At least he seems calmer now. How dare you? We were having a moment. The merchant does not speak to all the slaves he examines. Oh no! Oh, he's pretty. Unfazed, the high elf walks past you and Kodo without a word. He's just about to leave when two people climb up onto the platform behind him. Oh, crap. Guamo? Gawamel? Alanchara? Gawamel Alanchara? I can't. They're a man and a woman. Oh! What? They're a man and a woman. He is human. She is a high elf. She calls the merchant by his name, and the merchant suddenly spins around, his extravagant robes flying about him. Oh, I hate these names so much. Igwinil, Ameridarth, Amadarth, yep. My dear, you're here with a pleasant surprise. He bows slightly to the woman and nods at the man. The elf bows back in the same graceful manner. Galamel, allow me to introduce Bailey Ors Nuchtar, a friend of mine. I can say that name. You cannot tell if the warmth in the noble woman's voice is genuine or feigned. I have personally recommended your services to him, which is why he's chosen to join me today. The two men greet each other more formally. The human casts a swift eye over the slaves lined up against the wall. Igwinil, tell me you are a man of you are a man of sound advice, and that your prices match your recommendations. Oh, this is Bailey. I'm sorry. I couldn't promote myself better, as it turns out. I have just received a marvelous shipment from the coast, mainlanders who have set foot for the first time on our beautiful island. Foreigners? Egwinil raises one skeptical brow and wrinkles her nose. Is that a problem, my lady? Perhaps you prefer the reassurance of local products. Their familiarity with servitude makes them so much easier to deal with. By your side, Koda grinds his teeth. The human examines you with a renewed interest. When his eyes meet yours, he instantly turns away towards the merchant. You mean they only recently became slaves? He runs his fingers through his beard pensively. How? How did you run your fingers? Okay. They have everything to learn. They will rebel. They'll be unruly. They don't know our customs. They don't speak Masiel, and the humans might not even speak Elvish either. They can no doubt learn, my dear Bailey. I hope that's how you say it, Bailey. If I may call you by your name. We are speaking the common tongue right now, and everyone in Mastelet speaks it. Is it really an obstacle? I confess that, personally, I prefer my servants to remain ignorant. It keeps them from prying into my affairs. Bailey motions towards you with a slight nod of his chin. What can you tell me about this one? Are you interested in this one? The three of them step toward you. Please don't. You two scare me. Him. Yes, I trust him. It is true, she has some most interesting merits. My sources at the arena spoke highly of her cunning prowess and remarkable attitude for teamwork. I forgot which accent I'm doing. I'm sorry. This is Gawamel. It depends on what you intend to use her for, my dear Bailey. A very flattering description indeed. What do you think, Igwinil? Do you want her for your own use, or should I take her? The elf thanks his friend. The high elf thanks his friend with a gentle but sincere bow of his head. Thank you for your suggestion. If you like her, buy her. I'm sure I shall find suitable elsewhere, even if I do not have to compromise on physical appearance. She speaks with the same nonchalant air as though she were discussing a fresco. Nasiel absent-mindedly twirls his mustache with a sophisticated gesture. It's a deal. His thoughts seem to drift as he turns to you, giving him a dreaming air. Then he turns to Gawamel. I'll take this one, if I may, Igwinil. Ah! Yes! The high elf already stopped listening to him. Her eyes narrow as she looks down at Coda. Bailey turns to Gawamel once more. How much do you want? 1,000 gold coins. That is a hefty sum indeed. Entirely justifiable by the quantity of the merchandise. I think you will agree. The merchant and the human haggle with the same affable nonchalance as before. The buyer soon indicates that he accepts and starts talking payment conditions. Beside you, Egwinil makes no effort to hide her contempt for the black elf. The feeling appears to be mutual. What I said also applies to you, degenerate. Punch. I want to punch through the screen at her face. Coda is seething with rage. Such a rageful expression. Judging by your build and your wounds, you can be of great use to me. But are you actually capable of submitting to the master race? You were not used to seeing high elves talk to the black elves. You thought they treated humans like rats. Compared to what your friend has had to endure, they have treated you with great respect. Not if you talk to me like that. Oh, Coda, you're gonna get stabbed. Yeah, this will not be kinder to you, bear that in mind. I'm not afraid to die. Clearly not. Wait. Because you were accepting death earlier. That's an asset. Her frown disappears and she purses her lips pensively. Amid an effort and treat you like any other slave on the condition that you don't make me regret this. Now we have a deal. Yes, right, we agree. Okay. Egwinil joins Gawamel to make her own purchase. Bailey steps over you as the servants untie you, pull you to your feet, and wash you down with a bucket of soapy water. Thanks. You spit, shake yourself, and shudder at the cool water hits your skin. A few minutes later, you are back on the street. Igwinil has slipped a glove onto the hand holding Coda's chain. She is talking cheerfully with Bailey, who leaves your own chain hanging. Words. He's so good. He's so good. You are too weak to think. You don't know what will happen to you. At least Coda's here. He will help me. You were so exhausted. Oh my gosh. Oh. Well then. That was great. That was so quick though. Oh, I was not expecting it to end so quickly. Well then. Okay. Anyways, if you guys want to check this out, it's on Steam. It's Arisen. Not Arisen. So dumb sometimes. Yeah, but if you guys want to check this out, go ahead and go to Steam. You can pre-order it. Yeah. I guess I'll just leave this here. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Sorry it was so short. But you know, it's just the prologue. The art is beautiful. The men are gorgeous. Anyways, have a wonderful day, guys. I love you all so much, and thank you so much for watching. You know the procedure. Just hit the thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye-bye.